Aloha hoku ohana. Thank you guys so much for joining me here for your reading. If you're in alignment with this message, it's because you're on the verge of a major breakthrough. We're going to go ahead and open up with the astral travel messages. These are split from scene 1 to 3 that I saw on the astral about 2 nights ago, and it's super powerful. So the first scene I called Don't Give Up on Yourself because a major breakthrough is coming, and this consisted of resets that were happening in your life. You were sharing your coordinates for a cosmic reset to occur, and it would cause a major shift or transition to happen. I'm hearing very spontaneously, okay? So there could be some kind of spontaneous acceleration and I'm hearing unexpected twist of events that could be, I'm hearing unfolding in your favor, okay, in your life. And then I saw 4:44 on the clock a.m. when I woke up to write this down, and your shoes were out of date. So shoes in the metaphysical realm, they represent your spiritual path and how well you're walking this path as a spiritual being having a human experience, how well I'm hearing you're moving as one through the human, and that being in alignment with your initial intentions when first descending onto earth. So we're going to go ahead and decode this. So the coordinates mean that you're gaining some type of direction during this time, especially when it comes to, again, your purpose. You're having a lot of, I'm hearing synchronistic clarification that could be occurring, maybe through the form of angel numbers, musics, songs, anything of this nature. It's like you're seeing a lot of I'm hearing spontaneous synchronicities that could be occurring in your life that's just giving you further clarity about the path that you're walking. And I'm hearing also the things that you're investing into, and also the things that you no longer are. And this also indicates that you're searching for a specific path to follow, and you could be seeking some kind of guidance, maybe when it comes to, again, this internal knowing in regards to how to navigate a certain situation. I'm hearing especially as you step into new terrain and you begin to remove yourself from known territory, okay? And yeah, it represents finding your way to have a very clear goal in mind during this time. I feel like you're being adaptable when it comes to your plan to reach that goal, but the goal is not being compromised. It's more just about flexibility and adaptability as you, I'm hearing, just move through the space-time continuum. It also shows connection and distance. So again, this could represent maybe there being an illusion of physical distance or emotional distance between you and something that you want to attain. So yeah, that's super interesting as well. And I feel like you're already embodying it as if it were already, and that's what's bringing you in resonance with receiving these coordinates. Anyway, the shoes represent also something that's no longer a viable option in your life because they were expired. So it's almost like, you know, if the shoe fits, and I feel like you've kind of outgrown certain shoes as well. And shoes also are connected to the feet, right? Pisces energy, which is about closing out cycles. It reoccurs back to, or resets back to, the head, which is Aries energy, which is the first house vibe. So it gives me like this is the birth of a new you. It's a birth of a hearing of a new story playing out in your life during this time. And I'm hearing, yeah, just like a cosmic reset that's going on. And again, it shows, what was the vibe that was coming through? Something that you're kind of clearing out and something new that you're stepping into. Okay, even when it comes to like this new version of yourself, new versions, I was gonna say. All right. But yeah, you're like reevaluating your path as well. Oh, there was something else about the Pisces energy. I want to see if I can remember it. I just haven't to anyone else. Something about closing out cycles, again, 12th house energy. I don't know, you're just making room for the new. It's like, again, you've outgrown certain situations. Oh yeah, your mentality. Okay, so a lot of you, this is like your mentality has outgrown certain situations. That's what it gives me. Okay, and you either cannot move forward doing the same thing, or there has to be like something that you've completely outgrown and you've evolved from, so you're needing to readjust your strategy to move towards this goal from a completely new approach. And old or outworn shoes can show that you've been feeling stuck in a situation and you're releasing this kind of like illusion of stagnancy there. Maybe it's some kind of attachment, maybe it's just an old pattern, habit, behavior, belief system that just no longer serves you, possibly even connections. But yeah, I'm hearing you're connecting the dots though in regards to how that's brought you to a certain point and has served a purpose in your life, Pisces energy, but also no longer serves a purpose moving forward. Aries, you guys may be a little bit of a trailblazer during this time, doing something against the grain. And it also shows, again, new shoes that you're kind of on your way to discovering. So this could be fresh starts in your life, positive changes, and also this new identity. Okay, so scene 2, I call it Ascension upgrades, power recall, and full system upgrade. And in this scene, it was super interesting. You guys were in a classroom with some girls, and I feel like this was you guys in the art school kind of playground, and you were developing something called a nomadic vision. That's what they called it in the astral. And they were talking about it's another layer of the third eye. Okay, so you have different layers. You have like the spirit layer, you have the nomadic layer. When it comes to the multidimensional body, you have the Christos, the avatar layer, and the Orishas layer. So it's almost like you're tuning into higher bandwidths of frequency light, and you're able to kind of, you know, shape shift through these different multi-dimensional spheres or versions of yourself via vibrational frequency. And they were also talking about what used to be dark, you are now seeing like a new layer of this reality in regards to. So some of you, again, this could be like DNA activations, I'm hearing reactivations, memory being restored from parallel lives where you're leading a life in another planetary star system. And I'm hearing that's hosting, I'm hearing like something about being a host. Okay, so you could be hosting a lot of pivotal fractals of yourself or versions of yourself, and you're merging them into one, I'm hearing, collective. Okay, so there's something about them all moving through you in this experience, and there's only an illusion of separation between this. This could be something to do with the coordinates, and again, there being an illusion of distance between you and this other version of self. It's like, no, you're seeing life through the eyes of these versions of self. Life on earth is being experienced through you. Okay, wow. Okay, and then they were also talking about special indigo children, so I'll try and find that card. But yeah, it usually talks about, in this Star Child deck, it usually talks about maybe even triggering teachers, and it's interesting because that's what happened in the astral realm. It talks about like sometimes you can say things that can trigger others because you can be the mirror that really makes them see themselves, or you're not here to kind of comply or go with the grain in any way. Like you're kind of here to embrace your gifts and your individuality, and you know, lean more on that. And they were also saying that again, you didn't really like the teacher. It was given like strong Saturn energy vibes, which is like Pluto and Saturn. That's almost Pluto and Capricorn, let's say. And you decided to leave the class because of that. So I feel like you guys are kind of taking your power back, where there's no longer this power play dynamic that you're engaged with anymore. I feel like you're kind of reclaiming or recalling your power back, and that's why I call it that. And you were also picking up cards as well, loads of tarot cards as you were leaving the class. You were almost like this child, right? And you didn't like having this authority figure in any way, so you were like, like you just picking up all your cards and collecting them, and then you dipped from the class, right? So this shows a connection to the unseen realms that you guys have during this time. There's almost like this higher knowing that there's certain situations with Saturn that may feel like they confine you, they may restrict you, they may limit you in some way, and it's up to you if you want to stay around in these kind of ways of doing things or in these certain environments. And the nomadic vision also refers, I feel like it's kind of like a nomad, like a spiritual nomad. I don't know, some of you could like work on the go, or you're able to travel, but maybe you're just thinking about broadening and expanding your horizons, or you just have this mentality where you're in, I'm hearing multiple places at once while you're here, right? So maybe this is about a good traveler being the one that knows how to travel with the mind. But yeah, it does represent the idea of the human experience that you have you have this desire to explore. It's like this spirit of exploration. So maybe this is about exploring new things, new aspects of yourself, new things that you're able to do in this life. And it shows again the connection between your freedom and also searching for this meaning and life as well, right? Creating that meaning in your life and what you want your life to be and become. And it also talks about, again, living a life that feels authentic to your true self, okay? Which, again, is how in alignment or congruent are you living when it comes to your soul's initial intentions when first descending onto earth, because I'm hearing of being constantly reminding of that during this time. And it shows again a spirituality for traveling light as well. So you could be finding like the mystery of life through your travels, through your explorations, through the things that you're studying, because it's connections to like 9th house energy, 3rd house energy, even 12th house as well. So it's almost like you may feel like you're on this spiritual pilgrimage during this time where you're being called to embark on one, even if this is just through like, I'm hearing texts that you study. I'm seeing like the emerald tablets, different kind of papyruses. So there could be certain things, I'm seeing light language as well, that you may be kind of like diving into during this time. And I'm hearing it just speaks to your soul, whatever this is. And it's like also whatever this is, I feel like you're downloading certain information as well, because I'm seeing like, you know, photons are things that we absorb from the words. So it kind of gives me, again, you're absorbing like almost light codes during this time and the certain activations that are taking place for you. But yeah, it does show that you have a desire to move on during this time. You are an explorer and you're uncovering like new frontiers within yourself, right? And it also shows I'm hearing also your spirit's taking the front line, which is super interesting. And I'm hearing it's not out of like survival, the front line of the battlefield, but it's more of a you're taking front and center where you're navigating life as your higher self, right? It's like you're navigating life as your higher self in physical form. You are the physical embodiment of your higher self and you're not separate from that in any way. So yeah, super interesting. Also, it ended with somebody who got shot and they got shot, a person got shot and they almost got married within 1 month of knowing each other, but they didn't. So that could be, it could be like a false start for some of you, or something that where it feels like any kind of rejection or experience that you want to eject yourself from, or any kind of negative synchronicity that you see in regards to certain people. I'm hearing coming into your force field during this time. I'm hearing that you naturally want to repel, pay attention to that during this time, okay? It could be something about blessings in disguise and dodging bullets. Okay, scene 3, I call it a huge wave incoming, and this requires self-trust. The scene was really intense. It always is when I see tsunamis. So you thought that it was just going to be 3 small ripples, but it ended up being a huge tsunami, okay, wave that was incoming on the beach. And you listened to your intuition and you went to safety before the wave even occurred. It's almost like, again, your electromagnetic field, the the magnetite crystal within the brain is like developed. So again, this is like your pineal gland that you guys were already activating earlier on in the astral realm. It's like you're paying attention to things that are going on in dimensions beyond what it is that you can currently perceive, right? It's like you may not see the wave here and now and all the damage and the aftermath, but it's like you're able to kind of prepare for something and begin to embrace it, instead of trying to like resist the situation. I'm hearing because what you resist becomes stronger, but what you begin to accept becomes weaker. So again, this could be about and being able to embrace like some kind of transformational shift in your life in some way. And again, also what you embrace begins to transform you. So I feel like you're kind of embracing something that you feel like is kind of brewing right now in the ethers. And I'm hearing you're gaining like a clearer sense of how this is exactly going to impact you and your life. But you know that there's a transformation that is, you know, about to occur. And it's already happening inside of you. So yeah, you listened to your intuition, you went to safety, you went high up. So tsunamis is a major shift happening in your life. It does usually show like a force of suddenness that happens, right? Something that happens quite suddenly. And it can indicate that a significant change in your circumstances is going to occur. This could be in your personal, professional life of some kind. Tidal waves also represent big changes in your life where you're questioning your ability to cope or adapt to them. And you're beginning to embrace the situation so that you can begin to accept your fate, right, and create your fate. It's like you're choosing your fate and how you want to respond to I'm hearing like sudden, again, pivots or like a plot twist that's happening in your life. Now we've got the beeps or the horns, right? So yeah, the fear you experience in your dream can again correlate to an impending change that you're facing during this time. And I feel like you began to make friends with the unknown during this situation. You weren't really fearful of it. You were just like accepting it for what it is and trying to navigate this shift. And it can show again like some type of shift that's gonna reshape your identity or your surroundings. And the formless aspect of water can also refer to your sense of self, who you think that you are, how you behave, your choices and your values. It's pretty much determined by the time, again, you're an adult. So human beings have this amazing adaptable nature and they have so much potential to evolve in new enriching ways. And I feel like you're about to evolve into a version of yourself that I'm hearing that allows your life to become more enriched, okay? I'm hearing through the things that you do. And I'm hearing also your expression. So this could be like an expression of creativity, a call for creativity, a call for love, whatever this is, it's like some kind of expression. And again, it does show deep inner knowledge that is also arising, because if you think about it, like tsunamis usually occur through a huge receding process, right? So it's like you've gone through this huge refinement period and it's bringing in a whole new wave of energy your way. So it can represent that, again, you're going to have to choose to experience this opportunity, even though it can be a little bit terrifying, because again, it's like a huge shift that happens. It kind of reminds me of a huge quantum jump or leap that's about to happen in your life. It can be incredibly powerful and liberating if you use the wave as your own. So a huge rising of the water, again, it can almost threaten to wash away all that you knew, okay? Maybe even versions of yourself that you once knew. And this is going to happen like in your actual life, right? In your waking life. So it's the power of washing away, the power to destroy. And it can also be the same power that is required to build something new. And again, bring in this new shift of energy, right? This new momentum of energy and this new wave. After that, you saw the aftermath and damage, and you did search for higher ground. So again, this does represent that you're gaining some kind of higher perspective on the situation. It's almost like, again, you're looking at life through the eyes of your higher self, being your higher self in physical form. And it's helping you kind of respond to these situations instead of just reacting to it or being like in analysis paralysis, right? Because some people, when fear takes over the organism, it can paralyze you. And people can just stand there in fear and just watch the wave and accept that fate as one that they want to, experience. Even if it's like subconsciously. So I feel like you're very, very aware when it comes to how to respond to these situations instead of just like reacting to it. And you also were witnessing some guy on the run, and he was withholding some kind of hidden information. And I feel like this is you in the physical realm. There's something about you guys withholding or holding something to yourself. Maybe there's something like classified. I'm also hearing something around these next moves are best made in silence, and the best way to show it is to do it. Okay, so there's something that you're going to be doing, that you're going to be like just leading by example in regards to, and people are just going to be witnessing the shifts going on in your life. I feel like you're not really making an announcement of this. I'm hearing you already received your announcement from the gods. So, and it kind of reminds me of the Aurella reading that we did ages ago, where we were talking about Aurella, which is Oriella as well, where we were talking about the golden one or the golden child in some way. And in my starseed message deck, it basically talks about tenderness in a child and hidden gifts that you're tuning into during this time. In this scene, I also saw this woman, and her account was hacked, and she was like this really well-renowned guru, and her SSN was stolen, right? Her social security number. And they were also showing like cymatic frequencies that could mimic somebody, but only for so long. So with a guru, it represents a part of yourself that's seeking for this deeper understanding and enlightenment in your life. It could be your own voice, right? Your own higher consciousness that you're accessing during this time. Cymatics in the ancient Greek word means a wave, which is so interesting, right? Because we were just talking about the wave energy. So yeah, I feel like there's this wave of energy that you're able to kind of observe shifting in your life during this time that's going to complement your own vibrational frequency and resonance. So I feel like however you begin to perceive this shift is how you're going to experience it, right? Because again, it's like there is a cosmos within the chaos, there is a secret order within the disorder, and the way that you perceive this is going to shift the way that you experience this shift as well. So being hacked, again, can show a sense of vulnerability. So maybe that you feel like, some people are going to witness you go through this shift, whether you want them to or not. There's something around, again, even though you're not announcing it, it kind of is very visible for everybody, because it can show it like an invasion in privacy, of course, right? Or your privacy being compromised in some way. So I feel like this is you guys as you put yourself out there, vulnerability is the only bridge to connection. So perhaps it's you kind of like putting yourself out there to connect with people, putting yourself out there to connect with, I'm hearing for other people to connect with your creations. So maybe this is things that you guys are creating and you're putting out there. I'm hearing into the public eye, and maybe it's things that you're publishing, things that you're sharing, right? It could be music, it could be designs, whatever this is. I feel like you're kind of pushing this out, and whatever this is, I'm hearing there's a facilitation that's going on. So you are providing people what they need in some way, even if that's just by being you, okay, or doing something that innately comes naturally to you. That's where your gift really lies as a soul. So there is something about you're giving people a chance to intersect with your creation, okay, the things that you create into your life. And there's like a very conscious co-creation that happens where it's going to, I'm hearing kind of cross-pollinate here. There could be something that's going to open up as a result of this, okay? But you need to be able to make friends with the unknown for this side to happen, right? So again, this also was something that you were thinking about in regards to like making friends with the unknown. How can you begin to witness this transformation, and also a transformation within yourself, because it represents your own geometric structure, right? So it's about feeling empowered by this, not feeling overpowered by it. And sometimes those paradigm shifts that have to happen, right, only through a shift of perspective first. And cymatic frequencies are profound impacts that sound frequencies have on the human body and mind, and it also happens through your vocal box. So I feel like it's really important in regards to the way that you think about yourself. This is also representing your truth. The throat chakra talks about, you know, become kind and you shall dispel the fog of gossip. So there is something about, you know, just stay in your truth, stay in your authenticity. This is your center point of powerful manifestation in this realm, because you're blending your most elegant, harmonious, higher dimensional aspects, and you're kind of like speaking that out into creation in the third dimension, okay? Some of you could be singing, right, or like talking, but it also represents, again, this could create intricate geometric patterns, and it can also, again, talk about it requiring self-trust. The energy that I was getting from this was like Christ consciousness in a way, because there's like a rebirth energy that's kind of being highlighted here, where you're being baptized to like another level of consciousness, where you're able to rise up to a new level and look back at who you were before. And I'm hearing like, you know, that version of self, but this version of self didn't know this one. It's like you have to be able to rise up to kind of see your situations from a different perspective, and you're almost being born again in a lot of ways. And this is about your ascension. So I feel like you guys are being taken to that next level, especially through something that you do, something that you want to do, whatever it is. I'm super excited to tune into this energy with you and see what's going on. So let's go ahead. Let's start with scene 1 and see what the breakthrough is. I'm going to go ahead and open up with the Cosmos Oracle deck. I'm about like 95% better, guys. All right, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, but we're going to do a whole reading on that, because this happens every 90 days. I feel like you guys have just gone through a rebirth process. We've just shed like a bunch of energy. You have ultraviolet light coming out on top with a bunch of others, so we are going to go ahead and put it back in. But ultraviolet light basically talks about how you're tuning into higher bandwidths of frequency light during this time, okay? Oh my gosh, there's so much that's going on. And we have Solar Karuna as well. Let's try and get one for the breakthrough. Yeah, you're tuning into, it's not that you can't see what other people, ooh, this is what I'm seeing. Ooh, it's not that you can't see, again, what other people can, it's that you can also see a layer that they cannot. And I'm hearing the wave is only available to those who can see, and those who are not just like looking at reality. So I feel like this is a huge energetic wave coming into your life. A lot of you, this could like carry a lot of, I'm hearing seed, a lot of opportunities. Even there's like a bunch of energy that's coming out all at once, and this is what it gives me, right? There's like not just one card that keeps coming out, there's at least 3 or 4. So a lot of you, this could be opportunities. Yeah. All right, we have one. Wormhole. Are you kidding me? Bro, this keeps coming out. So this is a shortcut. And again, it's only available to those who can see it. And this is like a kinetic velocity generator. And then you have DNA. So again, your DNA, which talks about the reactivation. I really hope that's focusing, guys. I really, really hope it is. It doesn't look like it is, but I don't know if I'm just tripping. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at wormhole and DNA. DNA talks about the reactivation of like demonstrable gifts in your life, especially that have been passed down to you ancestrally, and also for a lot of you is what to do with your starseed generational lineages, right? From these other planetary star systems, where you're like downloading your multi-dimensional DNA strands, and that you're integrating these aspects of self or these other entities into your interdimensional layers, okay? And with wormhole, there's something about a shortcut or a passage through the space-time continuum that these other versions are making really, really clear to you during this time when it comes to your journey on Earth, okay? There's something about something becoming very, very clear to you, like it's inevitable that it kind of gives me an activation where there's a shortcut, or it kind of gives me a walk-in energy where you are walking through this experience, you're walking in and through this experience. No, you're walking in to this vessel. You're anchoring all of your awareness into this vessel and you're moving through this experience as one, right? It's like you're a divine being roaming the earth and you're just one with your divinity. That's literally what it gives me. But let's go ahead and talk about wormhole, because this has kept coming up again and again and again. So I'll go ahead and link the other corresponding readings in regards to this. But wormhole, unfolding of time. Okay, so again, time is, it's a human construct, it's a linear process, and you know, time is basically described as the distance between two events, between point A and point B. And there is something about, from this higher level of awareness, you're realizing that point A and point B exist simultaneously, and you're able to see this from a higher perspective, that it already has came to be. You're just witnessing the journey of the becoming, of starting at point A to witness how you got to point B in the first place. So a lot of you, again, you're realizing they're almost going back in time or reverse engineering something to be able to experience it. And it is already yours. So there's only an illusion of distance between the two events, and that's what you call time, okay? That's what this gives me, but it's already all happening. You're just getting to experience the how it happened and the when it gets to happen. So entering a wormhole is a powerful shortcut. And again, as we were talking about, this could be like downloads that you guys are receiving from the text, because I said that you're absorbing like photons, which is like light particles, right? And in this deck, it talks about it's your time to shine in regards to this. And I feel like you're downloading and processing some kind of informational data or emotional data within your body or within your DNA, and it's activating certain things for you during this time. And it's that same light that will begin to open wormholes. So there's something about you're kind of projecting this into your own experience. You're the one that's orchestrating this wave that's coming in. So a lot of you, again, like this is just, it's attracted to you. You know, this is happening because of, I'm hearing not what you do, but because of who you are. Because of who you are, you will flourish in whatever you do, okay? So it's far quicker than the time it would take us to do something conventionally. The wormhole is a portal itself and is the only way to travel faster than the speed of light. Just like a board game where the dice can prompt us to move to a later square without needing to make all the steps, the wormhole changes the perception of time and leads us directly to the goal. And that's exactly what's going on right now. It's like you're experiencing almost the aftermath of this. It's like you're already experiencing the aftermath. It's like, again, there's a huge quantum leap that takes place. This is almost the energy that it gives me, because you're living as if you were the person that has already accomplished whatever awaits you at point B, you know? And because of that, it's like you're collapsing time, you know, you're collapsing time here. And it's leading to a major shortcut, because it's almost like the universe is, hey, wait a minute, again, your cymatic frequencies, right? It's bringing something that already complements your current frequency. So whatever it is, like you're embodying this higher awareness, this higher knowing, where you're not just like existing to serve the illusion of the distance between you and this thing, but you're realizing that the illusion of the distance exists to serve you. It's almost like, how can you be this here and now? How can you act as if it were already, okay? So it's almost like I'm hearing, like, what would your schedule be like? Like, what would be the things that you would do if you got to this point? How would you live your life? Like, what characteristics, traits do you have? Like, this is about the highest version of yourself and embodying that in the now, okay? So I'm hearing, because this next version of self is readily available for you to embody, okay? And again, it does talk about enjoy the shortcut in time that can quickly bring a paradigm shift. And we literally talked about a paradigm shift, right? Which occurs from that shift of perception, okay? And then your perception creates your reality here, okay? That's literally the energy that it's giving me. So wormhole, super interesting. I'll go ahead and read a little bit of DNA for you as well, because this is like the major shift that's going on. And again, I feel like this is the reactivation of multidimensional memory. Okay, this literally says, there's ancestral patterns traveling through the quantum field towards us to reveal something or someone from our own lineage. And I feel like we were talking about this, like there's something that you guys are recovering. This can show itself in positive ways, such as the ability to channel hidden gifts and talents in the family or those who have not been able to show before, as well as the repetition of patterns that must be healed as they travel towards us to come to the light. Okay, it also talks about Sorry, there's so many things coming through right now. I'm not going to apologize. If it is something which makes you feel bad, cutting the pattern is a way to heal and transform it. If you feel energy that comes with demonstrable gifts, enjoy the qualities that are given to you to bring forward the wisdom of your own lineage. So this is cellular memory that you're kind of uncovering during this time. It's like you guys are shifting on a cellular level, right? On a molecular level. So DNA. All right. What I want to show you guys is this energy is bleeding into this reading as well. So we'll go ahead and talk about it. So in this deck, I have past lives, which is about death. And then we also have 8 of trees, which is an 8 of Pentacles energy. So it talks about mastering a talent, gift, skill, or ability. And past lives talks about like a transformation that's happening. And I feel like, again, a lot of you are recovering with past lives, which is just a parallel life, right? You're like downloading certain information that's stored within you. It's like you're uploading that now, you're integrating that somehow, and it's recovering like the mastery of a talent, gift, skill, or ability. I'm hearing that was hidden up until now. So there's certain things that are being activated for you. And 8 of trees basically talks about, let me go ahead and find it. I've got the book here too, but I literally wrote down this the other day. So let me see. Okay, past lives. Oh, this was a different one. It's something that you guys are aware of. This could even be from what's happened in the astral realm for you, but yeah, you're making this move in silence. Some things are better shown than told, and your heart is pulling you in a totally different direction right now. Now, 8 of trees is a small city nestled with the trees buzzes with life, scenes playing out in each window of every house. The tree-lined city is filled with people who are skilled in various unique trade. Okay, and I feel like this is what it is that you're bringing to life on earth. Okay, I'm hearing when it comes to heaven on earth. Alone, each person is a master of their craft, but when brought together, they thrive in all areas. When the 8 of trees shows up in a reading, it's a symbol of great accomplishments. You have mastered a skill, and again, this is something from a past life, okay, that I feel like a lot of you are bringing into this life, because it kind of gives me South Node aspects, where it's like you're kind of orchestrating this differently in this life. It's like you're being called to use this talent, gift, score ability in a different area, and I feel like that's why there's something around pushing this out. So it talks about, again, this is a great accomplishment. You've mastered your skill and now have become somewhat of a specialist. This is in part due to your ability to be a productive member of society and streamlining your focus. You now have something unique to offer, and it will be sought after by others. So you're about to be sought after by others because of this, and you now have something, again, unique to offer. You'll be sought out by others. Don't shy away when people come to ask for your advice or skills. Take it as a sign of your masterful growth. And with wormhole, I feel like this is happening really quickly. Like, again, it really just gives me like something that you're downloading, something that's kind of happening overnight there, which is super interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at what energy is kind of supporting this as well then. But yeah, I love that, because I wanted to talk about that today, and they knew that. They knew this. So yeah, they very much just blended it into this read, which is awesome. And then you also have the High Priestess here at the base in this deck too. So there is something about, again, like your higher self, like seeing life through the eyes of the soul. It's like you're seeing life through all of these previous versions of yourself, or parallel versions of yourself existing through you in this lifeline. So that's why I get like you're hosting more than one, but you've integrated them all. That's literally what it gives me. So let's see, let's take a look at a message from this deck with wormhole. 6 of Embers. Okay, so this is 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness, 6 of Wands, like you guys are gonna be known for this. This is like your main character moment. And obviously 6 of Wands energy as well, and you have the Weaver too as well. So this is something that's being weaved into your experience. Doesn't that look like Thoth here? That looks like Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, right? The god of wisdom. So yeah, with 6 of Embers, 6 of Wands is like something that you're going to be recognized for. Again, it's like the guy who's riding on the horse. Let's go ahead and read this interpretation together with this illustration. But yeah, it definitely talks about, it's almost like something that is being orchestrated here for you around recognition. This is like a public victory, right? It's like all eyes are on you. It's lights, camera, action type of vibe. Let's go ahead and read 6 of Embers for you. I love this deck. It's called the Oracles, the Cosmo Oracle, something like that. Let me find it. It's called the Cosmo Visions Guide, okay? The Cosmos Visions Oracle. Okay, and it's by James R. Eads. It's going to be in the description box down below. Let's go ahead and find Cosmic, the Six of Embers. Here we go. Victory and even minor success. So after the harrowing difficulties of the Five of Embers, you are met with not one, but 6 suns rising. Oh my goodness. And again, the sun card is like the biggest star in this solar system, right? So there's something about all eyes on you, okay? So the earth is rewarding your determination with a display of its surreal beauty, painting the sky in brilliant deep oranges and reds. This gives me like sudden recognition that's coming away. It's actually going from like being overlooked to overbooked, going from rags to recognition type of energy. That's what it gives me. It's like rags to riches type of vibe. There's something around experiencing that, you know, contrast or that polarity. So, display of its surreal beauty, painting the sky in brilliant deep oranges and reds. The pool of lava has steadied its movement as if it too is appreciating the immense beauty of the moment. 6 suns rising shows itself when we need to recognize a victory. You have reached a point in your process where you can finally see how far you've come. Wow. Well, your journey is not while your journey is not over yet. It is okay to let yourself be absorbed in the moment. Even your minor successes are a gift worth celebrating. And that's the energy that I get with even the minor successes. There's something about celebrating those small wins too, because I was seeing that meme, you know, that guy, and he's standing like with a jungle in the background. He's like, okay, you know, it's that type of energy. It's like, wow, and you're just like, okay. It's that type of vibe where you really need to celebrate with the fact that you've just made it out of the jungle. For a lot of you, you know, we just made it out of a major catalyst. You know, this was like your biggest catalyst, but it caused a lot of discomfort, right? And it also talks about when you start to appreciate yourself, you will find, oh, wrong way, but that's a beautiful side as well. Look at the card. Again, there's something about your eye or your vision, right? How you see the circumstance. When you start to appreciate yourself, you will find that you are capable of so much more. Okay, so I feel like you guys are seeing more. You're seeing more potential within yourself and the things that you can accomplish in this life. I'm hearing in this lifeline. Let's go ahead and find the Weaver as well. This is a beautiful card. I'm very, very curious. Your curiosity could be leading you right now as well. Let's see if I can find out. I'm not sure where it is in the deck, but let's take a look. The Weaver, here it is. The Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, so you guys are the Page of Swords. If you guys know tarot, you know that a word to describe him is curious. Okay, so the fact that this is a Page of Swords, yeah, you guys are definitely curious about something. You're curious about where something could lead you. I'm hearing like you're curious about where the rabbit leads you, right? Because the wormhole is Wonderland. It's the rabbit hole that leads you to Wonderland, and it's where you begin to experience a lot in a very short period of time, right? And it's like a state of chronostasis for a lot of you, where people are going to witness you almost like teleport. It's almost like you've teleported or you've shifted because something inside of you has shifted and you're no longer even the same person. So again, there's like this rebirth type of energy, you know, that's really coming through here, and that's going to lead to reality beginning to reconfigure itself to correspond with this new vibrational frequency that you guys are emitting into the quantum field. The quantum field brings you back something in resonance to that, and I feel like that's where you've summoned this wave. Okay, for a lot of you, could be a wave of opportunity, a wave of potential, right? But yeah, the Weaver, this talks about you could be learning something new, right? The Page of Swords is an energy also where other people could be watching you, okay, on the stage. They could be witnessing something that you get up to, right, as you guys shine with those 6 suns. Other people could be watching you or witnessing this, especially for some of you, this is 2 social media cards, so it could be online or on social media in some way or in the public eye of some kind, especially when it comes to public victories or even like your small wins. But whatever this is, there is something about also, this could be about developing a talent, gift, skill, ability. I wasn't even meant to say that, but I was. Like a technique, you know, he usually learns new information that can assist him. He's reading, so there could be, again, new things that you're reading that's unlocking this potential. But yeah, knees pressed into the snow. This talks about manifesting the future and intentional manifesting the future. A winged woman weaves glistening threads into her loom. As she works, oh, this looks like an abyss as well. Doesn't that look like an abyss mask that she has? All right, we'll go ahead and read it. As she works magic with her hands, the threads whip around in elegant ribbons in the cold winter air. The weaver is a master storyteller and uses the power of the mind to craft tales and stories that captivate even the least interested audiences. So again, there's something about you take the ordinary and you make it extraordinary. Okay, there's something around whatever it is that you do. You have your own magical touch in it. That's why I'm saying it's not about what you do, but it's about who you are. You put in that energy of who you are into what you do. That's literally what it is. And I'm hearing that's why you channel this energy. And again, like a masterful storyteller, this is the story about the main character with the Six of Wands energy. So it's very interesting. It's almost like you're the narrator and the main character. You're animating some type of play in your life, like some kind of story of your life. You know, it's like you are the spirit within the vessel that's animating the vessel and bringing it to life. Okay, super interesting. So the weaver designs intricate tales that spin together into beautiful dances. When this card appears, it indicates that now is a good time to begin developing what you hope to manifest in the near future. The weaver can represent a powerful mind, one that is inspiring and extraordinary. Remember to be thoughtful with what it is that you hope to achieve. A little exaggeration makes a story sing, but be careful not to weave a tale too hard to maintain. So again, there's something about you're kind of getting excited about where this story is, all right? You're getting excited about where this story could take you potentially. You're curious about where this story could take you, right? Where this new version of self could align you when it comes to new potential timelines and the actions that I'm hearing being inspired to take in the now that alter those timelines that you get to experience. So super interesting energy. I love that for you. Six of Embers. Main character moment for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the second scene. I'm quite interested in this one. What was it? It was about the art school Ascension upgrades. So let's go ahead and see what this is for you guys. The Ascension upgrades. We have the different layers of the body. We also have the special indigo children. Let's see. What's scene 2? What was those layers? Tell me about them. Different layers. Oh, 528 hertz. Wow, this is the love frequency. So it's your love, okay, for yourself. Okay, it's self-love for yourself, where you're able to make decisions and choices for the soul, okay, that allow you to live life in your highest expression. And then you have the telescope. So it's almost like you're seeing this from a clearer perspective, seeing the life through the eyes of the soul, seeing life through the eyes of love, right, which is the absence of judgment. It's like you're no longer judging yourself, any versions of yourself, just like your life in general. It's almost like you're detaching yourself from the construct of this matrix and any stories that have played out, and you're seeing how everything has been shaping you and preparing you for this moment. So yeah, super interesting. 528 love. Let's go ahead and read this frequency. Again, this is about your frequency, right? This is what's called in these experiences, okay? Because I'm seeing, again, through via vibrational frequency with the third eye. It's like in order to really activate the third eye and your multi-sensory perception system, again, to perceive things that are going on in dimensions beyond what it is that your human avatar can perceive. There's something about these altered states of perception are due to these altered states of consciousness, and love puts you in the highest state of consciousness of all. That's literally what it gives me here. So let's go ahead and read it. Integrate and embrace and unite. And I feel like you're kind of uniting all of these. You know, to remember yourself is to remember yourself, right? So I feel like you're kind of bringing all of your different members of self, right? The versions of yourself that's leading a life as a Arcturian, a Pleiadian, Lyran, whatever this is for you guys, a Draconian. You're like remembering all of these different aspects of yourself. I'm hearing you're coming into your own like just integration. You know, you're moving as one. So everything is made up of energy. This energy can neither be created or destroyed. The energy vibrates at different vibrational frequencies, due to which it gets its unique nature. Do you want to know the most powerful energy source in all space? It is the love frequency. Okay, so again, there's something about you attracting people by doing what it is that you love, and also loving yourself. You know, there's something about something really lighting you up here. So yeah, this is about acts of love that you're also making for yourself during this time. And there can be no large action without individual action. So there's something about, again, love works like the universe, unseen and outside of the spectrum, but tangible in everyone's senses. So that you're like making a tangible difference in other people's life by doing what it is that you love. And this could be something that's unseen. A lot of you, it's all the work that has been taken in the background, right? The mental work that you guys have been doing, being able to move through any doubts and continue to perform these acts of highest service that you can make for yourself, is you being able to be of service to others. Love is an artist who works in silence, and generally the most transformative acts do not make much noise. This is literally, again, it talks about they're like the person who collects your rubbish early in the morning. You do not know their motive, their name, their life, but you still know that they're there every day doing something essential for you, okay? So this is about invisible acts, and I was seeing something around people can see the final product, which may be like you or something that you put out there. And I'm seeing like an artist get ready to like, you know, paint this beautiful, I'm seeing like a mural right now. And it's like this canvas, right? You have like this clean slate, and the artist doesn't go into painting this picture with the intention of, I'm going to sell this for like $2-3 million. I want this to hit like $7 million. They don't go into painting this picture with that intention. They go in inspired, and they go in doing what it is that they love, and it's in doing what it is that they love that holds the highest frequency of energy. And that also transfers, I feel like, into physical energy as well for you guys in the third dimension, which again can translate into money. So there could be something about correlation there, okay, between doing what it is that you love and also that holding the highest value, and that now reality now reconfiguring itself to correspond with that value, okay? So there's something around that, understand the value that you hold, right? You guys are that mural, you are the artist, you are the artist, the paintbrush, the paints, the wall, you are all of it, right? So there's something about coming back into that seamless experience, again, like just becoming one with what it is that you do, not separating yourself, seeing it as an extension of your creation. So I feel like there's something that you guys, even when it comes to your world around you or your reality around you, there's almost like you're extending your love into something that you guys do, okay, or the way that you interact with others. It's just like there's something about the extension, the way that you extend your energy in some way, okay. And then again, you have telescope, which isn't always available to the human eye, but you can begin to see things clearly. So it does talk about, again, seeing things through the eyes of the soul, okay? It's something that is pleasing to the soul. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card also for scene 3. I'm quite interested to see what this is. Let's see what the tsunami wave is. What is this wave? What is this breakthrough? And also I want to mention with a wormhole, I'm seeing like something break through into itself, and that's what it is, right? Because a wormhole is like something that collapses. So it kind of gives me like the system failure card collapse, where it talks about there's something huge that's going to be shifting inside of you. It's like, again, you're folding into your eternal nature in some way, and it's about how you want to express your eternal nature in this experience too. All right, let's see. Oh, golden hour. Look at this. And then you have supernova. You guys are freaking superstar, and you're about to have your golden hour. You are a superstar, and you're about to have your golden hour. And then you have eclipse. So eclipse is, again, a major catalyst or change and transformation that happens in your life that is often happening in unexpected ways, right? It's something that is like a huge release of energy over like a 6 month period. So yeah, there's something around you guys are never going to be the same after this. Let's go and read supernova. Again, this is not your death, okay, and your destruction. It's your rebirth. And I feel like you guys are stepping into a major rebirth moment. Let's go ahead and find supernova. Wow, what an energy to close this out with. Absolutely incredible. Oh, here we go. Birth and death, new stars. And I feel like there's something around, again, 6 suns, right? 6 stars. 6 could be a really significant number for you guys, but again, it's almost like there's more than one of you in this experience. So moving as one though. Okay, cycles of death and birth, but I'm hearing it's about to become really clear that there is more than one that you've integrated. Okay, that you're hosting. Something, okay. Can we talk about life without death and vice versa? Cycles of death birth run through our entire existence. At times, it's easy to detect when something is coming to an end based on the way in which a sequence of events unfolds. However, sometimes events can happen in an unexpected, sudden way, leading to directly the death of an old, which is immediately followed by the birth of something new. Again, we talked about the receding process for a new wave to come in, okay? So, how can we predict something like this will happen? It is unpredictable, right? You guys are a superstar. You're a star on the rise about to go supernova. So prepare. Okay, so describing the birth of a new job. This could be as if it were not a lightning bolt that splits your bones and leaves you staked out in the middle of the courtyard. Birth of a new star through a powerful stellar explosion. You're about to send ripples through the cosmos with whatever this is. Like everyone, it's like it's a big event. Okay, it's like, you are the event, my love. You are the event. It is the largest explosion that takes place in space and can be seen with a naked eye. So it's like, people don't even need a telescope, right? Everyone's going to be called towards you. We have the sirens, right? It's like a huge, major event. So they can be so bright that they can eclipse their own galaxies. Whoa. Similarly to the Big Bang, it is important to note that they are born from a large explosion and also mark the end of a massive star. Wow. So it's like a releasing of who you thought you were to step into all that you actually ever have been, right? It's like you're stepping into the person again that you were always destined to be. It's not who you'd rather be, it's who you are. It's who you've always been destined to be. We have golden hour, okay? So this talks about special light and a spatial light as well. So let's go ahead and find this. Relatively easy. Okay, so it is the time when sunlight illuminates the upper layers of the atmosphere before it is born, okay? So this basically talks about, this is the most awaited moment by astronomers. So it's almost like there's multiple people that have, like, again, there's galactic interest when it comes to your mission here. And it talks about, again, like everything else changes during the day, but sunrise and sunsets are still a source of astonishment for all those who witness them. This is something that is very admirable as well that you guys may be doing. And it also talks about, again, this illuminated mystical element that you guys are. You have like this alluring nature, like this, again, alluring, there's something alluring about this like event. Everyone's going to be able to spectate it. I'm seeing like people out. Yeah. Super interesting. And I'm seeing like people are going to need sunglasses. It's almost like you guys are a star, right? And you're shining and people are going to need sunglasses. That's literally the vibe that it gives me. So they're not like blinded by your light, because it's almost like a wall, you know, it kind of gives me a pupil dilation that will happen. But yeah, there's something around, we're going to make also people feel a type of way, or like there's going to be a reaction energy, because I'm seeing that like an expansion and a contraction. And I'm also seeing like normal glasses where people are like, whoa, am I seeing this right? You know, because it's like they've seen you here and now they see you here. And there's something about that being really unpredictable. But yeah, it also shows, again, light spreads in all directions through air molecules, spreading light and energy throughout the environment. So yeah, you guys are about to, again, open your soul up to something, right? Open your experience, your world up to something, and it's going to lead to a major expansion, all right? So golden hour. Wow. Let's get a card to clarify then. Let's get a card to clarify. Tell me about the golden hour and the supernova. Tell me about the golden hour and the supernova. The bridge. Oh my goodness. And then you have the orbs here as well. Shout out Devon. He was talking about orbs in the last reading, and I love how it came out in the first read that we do with this deck, right? So the bridge and the orbs, it's okay. The bridge is a really powerful card. It talks about connecting with something that you've wanted, right? Let's go ahead and read it. Super interesting. It's one of the major arcanas, right? So it's like, this is a major event happening in your life. It's like, it's not just a minor arcana. This is like a major event that happens. It's like, you guys are the main event. You are the main attraction and all eyes on you, right? Right, the bridge, here it is. It's the moon card. So again, it's like you're stepping into unknown. It's something that's unexpected, right? It's like giving the eclipse energy. So this talks about the mirror card, illusions and intuition. You come across a bridge. A strange breeze tosses specks of light around in the thick air. You notice a figure standing on the other side of the bridge. It looks like you, or what you imagine yourself looking like. This is like your future self, right? It's the version of yourself that's existing at point B, okay? That is already you. There's just an illusion of separation there. So how can you begin to embody point B before it happens now, okay? All right, it looks like you, or what you imagine yourself looking like, but as you step forward, the space around you ripples like a mirage and distorts your vision. Is this an illusion? Fragments of your past and future memories reflect onto the bridge and then vanish. The figure that was once at the other side of the bridge is no longer there, and you find yourself in their place. You guys are about to wake up in a parallel reality in a new body. That's literally the vibe that it gives me, because there's a whole frequency shift that's going on here. Like, you'll prepare, like, you guys are shifting. You are going through a major shift. You're going through a major shift. You're waking up in a new reality with a new body, okay? This is, you're merging and becoming a parallel version of your highest expression, and they are all you, right? It's about which one you want to tune into. So the bridge is a card about illusions. If you pull it in a reading, it can either be a warning that something around you is not what it seems, or it could be a call for you to pay attention to your unconscious self. We all have desires that are not necessarily resting on the surface. Sometimes we are unaware of what we want most in life. The bridge is only a metaphor for this. In time, you will see that it is constructed only by your own illusions. So again, there's only an illusion of separation between you and this version of self. Do you understand how powerful this is? And then we have the orbs. I'm not sure which card this is. This is my first time using this deck here, but it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Probably like now it's in my top 3 for sure. Let's go ahead and find it. Can we find the orbs? It may be in a back card. I don't feel like it's a major arcana, this one. But it's a supporting foundation. So there could be something very interesting that's going on in your life. Again, this is like you tuning into higher bandwidths of frequency light. Also with the orbs, I feel like this is members of your spirit family as well. There's something big going on there. Let's go ahead and find it. It should be here. The importance of being. You are not one, but you are all. Okay, I just opened a page that said that. You are not one, but you are all. With the orbs. I feel like these are all, again, the pivotal versions of yourself. I'm not totally sure. Alright, let's see. It's got to be a major arcana card then. Life on Earth, Dream World, the Bridge, Infinite Pathways. Something about taking your time. Sacrifice. The orbs. Oh, this is the strength card. Okay, so you are your higher self in physical form. This is about you guys seeing your highest possible expression on the other side of the bridge and you embodying those traits, okay, with the strength card. Right, with this interpretation, it says bravery and overcoming fear, which is what the moon card is all about. It's about overcoming the doubts and limitations of the human mind and realizing that the universe is abundant. The only lack that exists is within the mind. We learn many things from the orbs that we cannot learn on Earth. These are wise souls who have lived lives upon lives and no longer reincarnate into human form. They exist only in the spirit plane and know all there is to know. They are omnipresent and imbue lost souls with bravery and strength. While in the spirit plane, they teach us about things that we hardly remember on Earth. The cosmic tree, life maps, karma, sacrifice, past lives. They remind us of the maze and warn us about what comes after. This is how well you lived life according to your soul's highest, intentions, okay? Original intentions, initial intentions. The orbs can never interfere or change the path of fate. They only shed light on the things that you already once knew. So again, it's like you're being reminded of this once again. And we literally had the bridge that I was holding up there. So it's like, again, this is you embodying the teachings that you once knew. Okay, it's like you're returning to that same wisdom that you were, birthed from, sourced from. So when the orbs come up in a reading, it's an exclamation point and declares that you have bravery, determination, and the willpower to overcome any obstacles that may come your way. This is the wave card, guys. Fear can cripple a powerful mind, so shake the shroud and channel your fear into strength. Alchemy. Once you believe in yourself, you will find many future challenges suddenly conquerable. And that's what the Six of Wands element does, right? He's conquered. He's become triumphant after troubles. He turned adversities into his greatest catalyst. Even if this was the internal struggle that he had within himself, Wow. Wow. That's how I feel. I feel like, damn, just made it out of the jungle. Right, let's go ahead and get one Gateway of the Light activation card, and then I'll probably get a angel number message, and then I'll love and leave you guys right there today. Order of the Melchizedek, right? So the Melchizedek, let's go ahead and read this card for you guys. And then you have Halls of Learning, which is about the Halls of the Mentee. So again, there's something that you guys are learning here. And again, you have spirit guides. This could be in the astral realm. Again, some kind of clarification that you're gaining, things that you're retaining. I'm hearing memory, the memory game that you're retaining. Okay, super interesting. Let's go ahead and read this. Order. Oh. Okay, here we go. Order of the Melchizedek. Melchizedek. Okay, let's see. This says, you have learned so much and now recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought you. The Order of the Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and not give up. Even in moments of darkness and fear, there is an opportunity for you to share your light. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know that you're not alone. Light is with you and within you, and invoking spiritual support around you, you must muster up the courage, strength, and focus on what it is that you need to surmount, whatever challenges you may face. So even in the face of challenge and adversity, you guys are going to come out on top. That's literally the vibe that it gives me, okay? There's certain things that you guys are learning. There's certain things that you guys are, holding within you that is, becoming inevitably clear about what it is that you do. Creativity, right? Again, we've been talking about a call for creativity for a lot of you. This says, keep accessing the creative connection you feel to the divine. The whispers speak through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect to the love that is all around you. Creativity is my birthright. As I express my creativity, I feel a beautiful flow of love and connection. 1515, okay, 1515, you guys may be seeing that on the clock. 222 at the base. So again, divine whispers to remind you that you are the alignment that you seek, okay, and what you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, and reset, okay? So restoring the balance within you as you answer this call. So I'm going to love and leave you guys right there. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. It was such a pleasure to do. And yeah, so fascinating as well. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. And personal reading details are also down below. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Until next time, bye.